got there?
Bird dinner.
Feeding our critters.
Yeah. We're hungry.
We got the cutest little birds here. Little black caps and red-breasted nuthatches. Tough little guys to live out here all winter. Totally missed a shot. Just gonna grab a few things here. Start loading up a little bit of our Tanner gear. Matt's got some pods he's working on already. Starting to get those all gone through. Not a whole lot to do on them. Just maybe check them over for holes, tighten up a few panels. Got the old bios out. That's a biodegradable twine that we replace every year. So we're just gonna go over here, grab some of our line and start getting it organized and
Hold down while it's dry.
yeah. Using Mom's car as a gear truck. Old pickup still dead, still busted. Unfortunately, haven't had any time to deal with our little suspension problem. So maybe after crab or something.
Yes.
So just kind of doing what we got to do right now.
But we'll figure out the pots at a later time. Probably get the cannery up here with their flatbed and just haul them down.
Yeah.
Because we can haul them by hand or move them by hand.
I guess if we got to borrow a
80
truck
pounds.
or rent a truck, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just is what it is right now. Don't got money for a new truck.
No, we don't have a 70 grand floating around for a nice flatbed truck or anything.
Don't even got $2 grand floating around for an old beater right now. So anyways, that ain't the first rodeo for the old Escape. It's hauled plenty of gear and it probably continue to haul plenty of gear. So
I'm trying to knock off these pine needles. We already hauled a load of line down and had to vacuum it out of the back.
oh, you guys brought some? You brought some? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little bit.
yeah, good.
I left all this new stuff here.
Yeah.
Probably easier to assemble it down there.
Right, we'll go through it, make sure. I guess just measure a couple pieces out. It's all the same, right?
Yep. We have
Or do
our
we
tape
need to
measure
check
down
it?
there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll start getting this loaded up, I guess. Here. I got to go open the back of the car. The switches are all busted on it, wore out, but I got new ones in the mail the other day, so I can at least get those replaced now. Yeah, this has been a pretty good rig. We bought it brand new in 09. It's starting to get a few little quirks and stuff, so yeah, the back's all off right there. So I got new tailgate switch and lift back switch. The plugs on them were corroded, so I had to replace those. And they just showed up in the mail the other day. So let's see. I'll wait till tomorrow when it's raining to work on this. Here's a little trick we gotta use. Old paper clip. And try and do the one-handed manipulation here while we pull on this. Yeah, it's kind of funny how it seems like stuff kind of starts to fall apart all at once. Alrighty. There we go. We'll get some gear loaded up here.
Pack mule. Ford Escape, aka pack mule.
All right. Looks good. Alrighty, we're off. You happen to look over here at the ignition. You'll notice my attempt at hot wiring this car. Just joking, that's the other problem. This Escape, the key stopped working. So you gotta use remote start on it. Looked up some videos on YouTube. It was supposed to possibly just be the ignition switch, which is located on the other side of the column here. And there's like a little, you know, rod that goes all the way through there and engages in kind of a keyhole in it. So I replaced that. Turns out that wasn't the problem, unfortunately.
As it goes with vehicles, is that the part you buy and replace is never seemingly the first solution.
Yeah, on a good note, it was only 15 bucks though, so that's okay. I didn't feel too bad about it. So it could be possibly be this whole column part right here, not the steering wheel and stuff, but there's like a part that clamps around here and holds the key cylinder, and it could possibly be that. And if that's not the problem, then it's going to start getting costly, I think, because it could be like this little anti-theft device deal here. I think it's called what was it? A PAT, P-A-T, I think it's called. Something anti-theft. Or the ECM. Anyways, I got some figuring to do on it.
That people are probably looking at that check engine light, like, what are you doing? Oil change required.
Yeah.
We know.
This has been a good rig.
We're playing catch up.
Yeah. A lot of money got dumped into the effort pile, and other things had to wait.
Yep.
Yes.
Time and money.
Fishtail is one of those. We're planning a pretty big kind of makeover, overhaul on it. Don't know how deep we're going to go into stuff on it right now, but definitely get it out of the water and just redo the outside, the hull, because cosmetically it needs it. She's looking tired. And beyond that, likely replace the shaft, because we've never pulled the shaft since we've owned the vessel, and it's probably time. It's probably time for a new shaft. I think we need a new wheel, a new prop.
The works.
And that shouldn't be terribly expensive because the length on, I don't think that shaft is going to be much more than like 12 feet long.
Yeah, I'd say probably no more than 12 feet, right?
I think maybe more like 10.
Yeah, because like the length of the center hold is only
7 feet.
Yeah, 7 feet.
I think it's 7 feet.
Yeah.
Just shy of a length of plywood.
Mm-hmm.
So then add a foot or so on the inside of that, on the engine room side, and maybe 2 foot on the back end of it. So like we're at 10 right there.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be too terribly expensive for that. It's only 1.5 inch shaft, so it should be like, you know, 1,500 or 2,000. Maybe that sounds like a lot of money. When you have a boat, it's not though. So the shaft on the Emerald Isle was about, what was it, about 6,500
Yeah, for
a
the
piece. So 2 pieces, basically 25 foot of shafting total, and it was about, I want to say 12 or 13,000. That included couplings, and those were like 1,000 each.
Yep.
2 couplings, 2 or 3? 3.
It was 3. Yeah.
Maybe they were a little bit less. I don't quite remember. Thankfully, your memory likes to erase the bad parts. Like, oh, that was expensive. But that was a lot of peace of mind right there.
It was worth it. Yeah.
And the one had to be replaced regardless. It was done. If you guys saw the video when we sawed that old steel shaft out of there, it was done. I'm glad we didn't look at it too close before we left Juneau. We might not have left Juneau. Yeah, so nice afternoon here. Got a little storm blowing in. It'll be nasty the next couple of days. It's, what is it, the 15th now? 15th of December.
Got
No snow. Pillar is completely bare. There's a little bit of snow in the back mountains, but probably up to the 1,000-foot level, there's nothing. This is coastal Alaska. This is what we get in Kodiak. Not all winter, mind you, but some winters we've had this kind of weather where it pretty much rained all winter. And other ones we've had cold, snowy winters.
We had pretty moderate snowfall last year, I think.
It wasn't terrible, huh?
Yeah.
It was cold though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by our standards, when it stays below freezing for us, that's cold. But like probably the lowest temp we ever really saw was maybe 5 degrees, 8, 9 degrees, kind of in there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much when we were in the yard, it was like that.
This could almost be like a tour for people who used to live here. There's a middle school there and a new high school. The library is up that road over there now. It's no longer downtown.
Yeah, police station was rebuilt 10
years ago,
15
maybe.
years ago.
Yeah.
They're constructing a new fire department now because this one is like, I don't know, circa 1950. I don't know. It's old. It's nasty and decrepit. So taking care of our fire department and our police force, it's important to do.
Yeah, we've got 6 windmills up on Pillar Mountain there. Between the windmills and the hydroelectric, I think we're 100% green, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
They only fire up the diesel generators when Is it like when the wind's blowing too hard, they have to shut those down?
Yeah, and if it, and then if they have problems with hydro, not enough juice.
Yeah, and then you got the new building here.
But they did put in like a massive storage, like a battery storage up there too. It really helps bank a lot of power. So, you know, there's been a lot of negative press about wind power and
wind farms all that.
And I get it in some places, but this has been nothing but good and a boon to our local community. Before, when we relied on diesel generators, you know, we were burning in excess of $1 million a month sometimes for power generation to run those generators. It was a staggering amount of money, and it made electricity expensive here. Oh, take a little downtown spin, huh?
Yeah, why not?
So we're out on the spit now, the Foster Spit. Much like being on the ocean in your fishing vessel, you don't necessarily drive on the truck side of the road.
Yep.
Looks like these guys are all geared up to go
Cod potting. Yeah, they got triggers in those pots there.
They got a
Over there on
snowman
Isle
there.
Dominator.
Got a snowman on top. So the orange, a little bit hard to see, but you can kind of see the orange slats in there. Those are cod triggers, and they're kind of like fingers, like on a Venus flytrap. You know, they overlap a little bit like this, and if this was facing me, the outside of the pot, and the cod swims in, and the triggers
Spread apart.
Plastic, they spread apart. Once he's in there, they snap back. They don't really snap. They're not spring loaded. It's just plastic, so they just push their way in there, and it makes it a little bit harder for them to get back out. So yeah, those are cod triggers.
It's like a little bit of wind puffing up already, actually.
Yeah. We probably should have came when we got water too. Boys depleted the water tank pressure washing.
Yeah, we've been cleaning up the boats, pressure washing all that gunk and gurry off the tubs and table and pretty much everything.
Yeah, getting it all ready to finish welding up where we need to, and just getting it clean in general. It's gross.
Sure is nice having a 400-gallon tank. They have the water off in the harbor now. It's December, they turn it off like usually mid-October, but this year they were servicing the water pipes down there. The fasteners were breaking off and the pipes were floating up and stuff. They're submerged in the harbor, and so they were on for a little bit longer this year, but yeah, they shut them off in the wintertime, and so it's nice having that that capacity on the Emerald, hook up our pressure washer and get cleaned up.
We have a cart. We've got the flatbed cart. Is that okay?
Yeah, nice.
Is that a good one?
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, well, we'll grab this cart, get loaded up. Our local high school built this cart. A little rickety, rattly on the docks, but I think if any changes, I'd say a little bit bigger wheels maybe, just so it's not so loud.
And space them out a bit more, although it hasn't really been tipped.
Yeah, it's actually pretty stable, which is nice.
It can pack some weight.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's killed it yet.
Reinforced the handles a little bit, I think was the only thing there and there, but otherwise it's been pretty bulletproof. So well done, high schoolers.
wanted to thank everybody for joining us on our live stream.
Yeah.
You guys had a lot of great questions. Really nice of you to hang out with us and see what's been going on in our world. I think we'll try and do them a little bit more. And I apologize to those folks that didn't get the notification. I just did a little montage video for that, but I think next time we'll just do like a short video and announce it, so folks have maybe a little bit more time to plan it if you want, you know. Maybe we'll put a poll and try and get a better idea of what time to have it too, day and time, huh? We're pretty flexible on our end, but you know, and then we'll just kind of go with like the majority opinion, I guess. I don't know, I think we can. I can see the circ sliding off, baby. I think we just gotta go for it at this point. The tide's still pretty high.
Stacking to the handles.
We have straps. We have one strap. Or some line to tie it down with, but we have the line. That was a lane that's good to go. What do you think? Should we tie it? Should we take it and tie it, or just go for it?
YOLO.
That looks fun. So I think it's about 4 o'clock. It's going to start getting dark pretty soon. I think another week or so and we'll be on to winter solstice and our days will start getting longer again.
Yeah.
Which is always exciting. You want me to get in front or just stay back here so I can get the... Oh boy. How heavy is that? Here, bud.
I got it.
Yeah, don't let this thing get away from you. Here, I'll go down here to get the shot. Hold on, folks. Oh, I'm all out of frame, Matt. You got it.
I got it, man.
There's our other carts there. Those have pretty much all been used and abused, but they're still pretty good. But guys like to, you know, put like 4 8D batteries in there, and it's not very nice.
They get a little hammered.
That they do. Well, I guess the easy thing probably would have been to fire up the little boat and come over here to the dock and just hoist these, but it's not bad when it's high tide. And you're going down.
Which one you want to push? The light one or the heavy one?
Oh, this feels good now. She's got a load on it.
Yeah.
I'm so rattled.
So a lot of our fleet right now is asleep, more or less. All the charter boats are closed up for the winter. All the salmon boats are closed up for the winter, except for the few that want to do crab here. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. They might have caught their foot. Maybe some cube diving going on, but I don't know if there's been much of a market for that lately.
Sound like it
It's pretty bad.
gotten pretty bad, right? Yeah.
Down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna hop down the fish hold. I got a couple of bolts earlier. A little bit longer to go through my last 3-inch fittings, and all our plumbing will be pinned together down there. You can fire up the generator and squirt some water in there again.
Yeah. It'll be nice getting these poles off our dock here. We're tired of tripping over them.
Well, right now they're not bad, but when they get frosty or snowy, boy, they're slippery. I don't need it. Anyways, we got this cool gimbal for iPhone.
Yeah,
So it's got all kinds of cool features like target tracking and stabilization, and it's really amazing technology nowadays. Shots are different size, different color. I guess actually one is sinking line and one is floating line, right? Yep. And also one's shorter than the other. Put your sinking line up at the top where your buoys are. So if you get a little extra line out there, people aren't running over it, getting it caught in the wheel or cutting it off. Scenario's bad. That piece of wood here. connect our shore power. Just turn off the breaker right there. And we'll come back here and unplug it from the back of the house, from our little wire chase right here. So right here is where we'll put in our big socket and plug for the refrigeration unit. And yeah, we'll fire up this genset. So I've got all these joints drilled just all the way through, just dropping a bolt through that. I was short a couple long ones the other day, but now I have them, so let's see.
Hey, that's a nice headlamp.
Thank you. Actually, really like it.
Really lights up your work.
Yeah. I didn't bring my hammer. I should have brought the hammer back. I think you can just hammer this in with your hand.
Yeah, I think so.
Hammer hand. Bracket right here and come over to these so we can just secure them up off bottom a little bit and also make it nice and rigid. And likely we'll, I don't know about these forward bin boards, but this back one, put a couple of bolts through there that will prevent it from pivoting and lifting all in one, because we don't really have anything back there to attach to without penetrating that fiberglass slot right there. And then we can also put a couple of brackets back there. And yeah, that'll lift that up off bottom a little bit, and then also keep it from possibly like breaking loose. It shouldn't, but you know, once you're tanked down and you've got crab in here, then you can't really do much about it. hard.
Yep, we had a crab shuffle experience on the fishtail many a year ago after our big hold project over there. In situ installing a through bulkhead flange for our circ system.
We were so far behind the curve that we pretty much worked all day, 24 hours straight, left to go fishing, got down on the ground, set gear, and then we started plumbing in the fish hold.
With crab crawling around us.
Yeah, after we picked crab that next day. So we had probably about a third of a tank of crab, and we managed to get them shoved over to one side and pitch some over and drilled a hole through the bulkhead and 5,200 in the fitting, and then hooked up the plumbing, and then we stuck the hose in there for the night because we were exhausted, and then I think the next day we actually plumbed in the pump.
Yep.
And hey, we didn't lose a single crab, which was amazing. No, I take that back. We lost that one crab, that big old soldier.
Yep.
Yeah. Figured he was probably pretty tired anyways. Yeah, that was that's something I don't really want to repeat on that. That was
Never again.
stressful, and we were exhausted. Oh boy, we were down here at midnight in a blizzard, stretching line on the dock, getting it fathomed out, and drilling out the holes for our davit.
Down to the wire.
I don't even know how we
Everything.
made that opener. Were we late for that one, or we made that one on time? One of them we were late, like a few hours.
Yeah, I think that was the
Or maybe it was the
next
morning.
one.
Oh boy. Good times, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this should be good now. It should only be able to move or come apart anywhere except this elbow right here, and have to push the whole thing that way, which it can't, so that's fine for now. I think I was waiting to glue that one until I had everything together, because you can see that it's a little bit crooked right now. So I think I'll wait on that until we get everything, until we get the brackets made. No reason to dog these down real tight or anything.
Nope, they've got nylops. They ain't going nowhere.
Just want to snug them up and that'll be fine.
I want to see this tank crawling with little crabs.
I do too.
That's going to be awesome. There's a lot of space down here compared to the fishtail. Like, if you imagine this bin cordoned off where Dad's sitting, that's probably the center hold on the fishtail. Maybe a little more than that, actually.
Looks like maybe I could have gone a half inch shorter with these, but I wasn't quite sure.
That's what the grinder's for.
I think that they would have been short. Just pulling these bin boards out so I can kind of see how the water flows here. I want to make sure that wherever we position these, there's enough room for water to spray underneath them. I'm pretty sure that we do want bin boards down here, just for at least the back ones to help support these pipes. I'm really worried about them. They're super tough, but we still want to make sure that they don't get knocked loose or anything. So I'll just grab these out real quick. And I think Matt is fixing to turn on the pump here. There it goes. Crank her up, boss.
Yeah. Leave the sign up open still, or just...
Now, open it all the way and then close overboard. Give her the beans. All right, so it takes about 12, 13 minutes to fill this hold. It's a 3-inch pump, 3-inch suction, 3-inch discharge. Moves about 500 gallons a minute, 30,000 gallons an hour. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see how it's swirling. Should have really good circulation down here. Looks super good. It's just boiling up there. So some comments about the spacing on this. We just worked it out to where the hole spacing was equal to or greater than the output. So combined, all the holes on these pipes are greater than 3 inches. So we knew that we weren't restricting our flow, and we just drilled them evenly because we figured that even the ones up here will move more water. All that water is going to flow to the back here and come out anyways, so it doesn't really matter. That looks really good.
I like that. I like that swirlage going
Yeah,
on there.
it's a big mixing cauldron. Can't wait till there's some crab in there.
Yeah. It's swirling around good over here along the edges.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get all that. That's just that's kelp.
Yeah, that's just kelp.
It's kelp.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll scoop it off the top. A couple of pieces of plastic I couldn't get, so try and do our best to get all that stuff cleaned up and not in the environment, but you do miss a little bit here and there. Yeah, this looks great. Fill her up.
yeah.
So one thing you may or may not notice or be able to see is that we're starting to get a slight port list, and that's exactly what a slack tank will do to a vessel. So if you're underway, that would be a very dangerous situation. Because we're tied at the dock, it's very unlikely that we'd roll over under these conditions. But once it gets completely full, then we'll just straighten out again. So it's just a very short-term condition here. So basically a slack tank is when the water all flows to one side, changing the center of gravity on your vessel, causing you to list, and then it just compounds itself till you're laying over on your side and you start to down flood through anything like doors or vents and things of that nature, thusly destabilizing your vessel even more. And yeah, it's a horrible situation, and one that vessels are likely to recover from. So it's important to keep these tanks full once they are, if you're actively pumping water into them. In the case of having like crab on board that you need a constant flow of clean seawater to, it's very important that you don't lose power to your pump, and if you do, that you close your pressure side of your pump right away where it goes into the fish hold, so your tank stays full. Well, that looks really good. It's just a boiling around down there, isn't it?
What's the PSI on this piping?
The burst pressure?
Yeah.
Oh, it's high. It's like 300 or something. I don't know exactly, but it's high. This is all Schedule 80 PVC, by the way. But yeah, I want to say that it's something like that. I could be entirely wrong.
Yeah.
It's definitely over 125.
Yeah, I like how it's bubbling up right in the middle right there.
Yeah.
All those streams converging and doing that. Look over here. It's like just, you can see it like rolling up like that. It's good.
It looks really good. So any crab that are in here, they're going to be quite happy.
Yeah.
Same thing up there. It's just It's just boiling around, so it looks really good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So to pump out, we just switch our valves down below and just these pipes become the suction line basically. And because there's holes in the very top of it and the bottom, the level won't get really below the top of that pipe. But then we'll just take our little deck hose over there in the corner, and we swap out the end on it and throw it down here and use the hydraulics to suck out the rest. Just put them down there in the sump. That works fine for now. Seven minutes.
Oh, you're timing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Although it'll be a little bit quicker. Not a whole lot, but a little bit quicker. Yeah, looks really good. Should have got a shot out here, but let's go take a look out here, guys. So once it's full, all the water will just pour out of the scuppers along the side right here. You can kind of see that blackish line right there, if I even got y'all positioned right. That's about where we'll sit when we're full. So the bottom one or the top one? There's two lines there. Not sure. We are sitting really high right now, so she rides super good once it's tanked down. So yeah, you can kind of see that line. It's about halfway up. That's where we sit tanked. Somebody's trying to show us up over there.
The hydraulics?
I hear them working.
Yeah, they're lifting their hot cod reeler thing off.
Oh yeah, our neighbors are busy too.
Entering scramble phase yet? Probably not.
I don't think so. Check that out. Purdy. All right, it's looking pretty inviting down there. I love that kind of bluish green tint.
Me too.
So you can see our watertight hatch down there. They've worked out really well, no problems whatsoever. Basically modeled it after the one on the fishtail that we've had on there for 15 plus years. It's never been any problems. So really nice, just one single bolt that you remove. It goes down into a stainless crossbar that can also be removed, and then your whole area is open to work down there. So here in a couple of days we'll get pumped out and we'll go ahead and pop that off and inspect our bearing. Our shaft bearing is right there underneath that one, and then the same in the back hold right here where I'm standing. So this hold is split into two. There's a back one there, and then basically the small raised hatch right here is the other one, the size of it. Goes back a little bit further back this way. Just a slight overhang right there, maybe 8 inches or something. And it has a similar hatch like this, an oval one over the top of the bearing, and the couplings that couple the two shafts together. and then there's a smaller round hatch, exactly the same, just back where the stuffing box is, so you can service it. So really nice setup, nice and easy to get in and out of. A guy like really can't make the mistake of not dogging it down correctly, because your bolt's going to get tight and it won't otherwise. If it's not threading into a nut, it'll never get tight no matter how many times you turn it. So it's really a no-brainer. It's I hate to use the word idiot proof, but I suppose maybe it's idiot proof. I think it's as close to idiot proof as you can get. So we're 12 minutes in right now and getting to the top. It's a gorgeous night out. We should stay this way for a week or two. But I don't think it's gonna. All right, 13 minutes in. That's about what we timed it at before. It was right around 13 minutes. There's a few seconds there when Matt just had it on low. So.
Leak out of our T-flange down there, very west of the outside of it.
Impossible. How come?
Pushing by, I guess. Just pushing by, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a little more restriction now, huh? Have to snug it up, I reckon.
Yep.
To get that on the list.
But right on the board, but that marker is dead. There's not much was. Like a drip.
Yeah. You know, the pump has got a little drip off it too.
Yeah.
The stainless. I just never could get that quite tight enough. I think maybe at some point I'll disassemble it and maybe use some hydraulic cement on there.
Yeah.
And that should fix it. Bubble, 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 bubble. Oh, thank you, Matt. Getting my plastic swirlies from drilling. Got enough plastic in the ocean. Just try and do our best, right?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Popping out.
So with the hatch on, all the water will just come out that main hole. We will have our bolt downs right there that aren't installed yet. We'll all go into a little corner stainless mount that's on the corner, bolted into the fiberglass here, because otherwise this hatch will try and float off, especially if you're rolling around, and you don't want that, especially because the creepy crawlies will get out. So yeah, there we go. Looks good.
Very good.
Kind of hard to see now, but it's got really, I'm super happy with it.
Turn on turbo.
Oh, turbo.
There you go. Nice, man. Oh, I think that'll work.
So it looks like a lot of water flowing up there right now, but we're not topped off on our fuel tanks in the aft, and our water tank is completely empty. So once those are filled up again, that flow will be reduced somewhat. Really doesn't matter too much. And everything just flows out the scuppers. It's actually kind of soothing sounding, like a little waterfall And you can see we're sitting a little bit lower now, but still very nice.
What's your time?
Oh, 16:32 right now.
It was about a minute ago, huh?
Yeah, I'll have to check. So, yeah, great flow, lots of water. Won't have any problem with these crabs. Trim looks real good. Alrighty, well, I guess that's kind of today's, little project here. Yeah.
Lots more to come.
Hope you guys enjoy it. Leave a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't and you enjoy the content. If you haven't and you enjoy the content, please subscribe to our channel. Doesn't cost you anything. Just a mouse click.
That really helps out our channel. Gets noticed in the algorithm. Comment down below. And yeah, thanks a lot.
Leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down. It's your choice. Thanks for coming along. Enjoy having you, so see you again soon. Do it, Matt. Jump in there.
Slip. Whoa.
Tell you what, if we get to 100,000 subs, I'll jump in there.
Yeah.
This guy happened before crab, though.
All right.
That's a long way. We're like 18,000 away, so there's a challenge, folks.
Yeah. 100,000 subs.
If we hit 100,000 crab, or 100,000 crab, that would be nice.
Yeah.
If we hit 100,000 subs before crabbing, I'll do it. I'll jump in that hold. So you better share this with your friends and family. Tell them subscribe.
Subscribe.
All right. See you again soon. One last task, buddy. Before our camera dies. No, I have no idea. Alrighty, Matt just switched her over, pumping her back down. No reason to leave her full, really, why we're not down here. So the nice thing is our plumbing is all over on the one side. The stringers, where like the engine is, and the center bilge is separate than kind of the side where the stringers are, and the pump and all the valving is positioned over that. So the nice thing is any water that does leak from that pump just ends up right there, and it's easy to clean up. Alrighty, well, winter festivities. A few boats dressed up.